So let's talk for a minute about body lines. There are 3 or 5 major ones, depending on how you want to look at it, and they progress across our body this way. Now the main one that you want to have and you want to use is center line. Now it comes from obviously right in the center, middle of your forehead, all the way down your sternum, through your belt loop and across down to the floor. Now when we're doing a technique that ends on the center line, we're looking for the blocking tool or the attacking tool to be on the center line. So if we're doing a walking stance middle punch, our attacking tool is here, the 2 knuckles, and the middle of our 2 knuckles will come to our sternum, center line here. We could also be doing a high rising block, which we've used before. Outer forearm, this part of the hand is the blocking tool, and this bit of the hand is directly over our forehead. This is on the center line. The second one that we have is chest line. Now because we are symmetrical, we have 2 of them. They come from the side of our ears, down here, across our collarbones, and down. So chest line, generally going through your badges if you have them here, and from the side of your head. So for example, a technique that's on the chest line, we have low outer forearm block. This side of our hand might be on the center line, but this is the blocking tool here, and it is on my center line. The final one that we have is shoulder line. Now shoulder line tracks from the inside of our shoulder, okay? So you take it from the armpit and down the side of our body this way. For example, a technique on shoulder line might be here, inner forearm block. Remember, inner forearm is here, and it should be level with the inside of our arm. So those are our body lines. We have shoulder line from the inside of our armpit, chest line from the side of our head and down, and then center line, which is predictably in the center. Now when we talk about heights, things become a little more complicated. Generally, a technique is given as a high something or a middle something or a low something. That is the section it is done at. Those sections are high, so coming from the top of the shoulders and up. Middle, so coming from the top of the shoulders and to the umbilicus, so that's the belly button for you laymen, down here, okay? And low section, which is from the belly button and down. But saying something is low section does not mean that I can choose any height in that section or middle section. I cannot choose to punch to just above the umbilicus. This isn't a target. This is a middle punch, but it's not a correct one. I'm not choosing the right place. Okay? So just because something is low does not mean that you have all of that flexibility. Especially when we're doing line work. Now line work, if I give you a high punch, that means that it is to eye height. If I give you a middle punch, that means it is to solar plexus height, or 1 fist below the shoulder. You have those specific locations that you're attacking or blocking to, despite the fact that they come in their own sections. Now, when you're doing partner work, for example, 3-step, 2-step, 1-step, self-defense, that kind of thing, you're no longer punching at your own solar plexus height or eye height or whatever else height that the technique should be done at, but you're looking to do that height on your partner. So maybe I do my punches, 1 fist below my shoulder. I'm aiming for my own solar plexus, but if my partner is particularly taller than me, I might choose to punch a little higher, or if they're a little bit shorter, I choose to punch lower. I punch to their solar plexus, not to mine. When we're doing line work, the opposite is true. You make the assumption that the partner who's in front of you, as such, the person that you're punching is of the same height to you. So you punch to your solar plexus. You block to your low section. Now, when you're doing partner work, maybe 3-step or 2-step, 1-step, etc., then you're no longer choosing to use a technique to the appropriate place for yourself, but the appropriate place on your partner. So if your partner is kicking a little bit off, then you might choose to adjust, or if you need to punch to their solar plexus height, if they're at a different height to you, then you adjust to where they are. When we're doing line work, you're assuming there's an invisible partner opposite you, and that invisible partner has the same exact dimensions you do. So you're punching to your own solar plexus height or eye height. You're blocking low here for yourself.